Here are the top 10 most expensive standing Liberty $quarter coins ever sold at public auction. We'll start off by looking at this 1920s standing Liberty quarter, a criminally underrated issue for the series, especially in higher and gem grades. A fact that I think is obscured behind the higher mintage figure that the San Francisco Mint was able to achieve for the year. All the same, this coin is, at the very least, in higher grades, equal in scarcity to some of the series' key dates. This coin is a prime example of that, graded as MS66 with full head details designation from PCGS to achieve a closing price at auction in 2025 of $105,000. Series specialist J.H. Klein very succinctly described the 1926D quarter by saying, and I quote, "The 1926D is a classic in two categories, most available and most flat heads." In fact, it is surprisingly available in lower mint state grades given the mintage of 1,716,000 coins. It seems that as the mintage became known, many bank-wrapped rolls were in fact saved by both collectors and speculators, in so doing preserving the coin for the numismatic market well in excess of what would normally be the case. The problem is that most of those coins were very poorly struck, and almost none of those possess the coveted full head details designation, as this coin in fact does. At a grade of MS67 full heads from PCGS, it was sold for $105,750 in 2014. When the standing Liberty $quarter coin was first launched, it was met with both adoration and condemnation. On the forefront of the latter was the Society for the Suppression of Vice, a group who viewed themselves as the moral arbiters of the nation and were offended that the original Type 1 coin depicted liberty with a bare chest. So alterations were made to the design to give Liberty breastplate armor instead, today known as the Type 2 coins. This 1917 Type 2 coin was graded by PCGS as MS68 with full head details and sold at auction in 2022 for $114,000. The 1928 Philadelphia Mint Standing Liberty Quarter is generally considered as a common coin, with a mintage of 6,336,000 coins, and in circulating grades there is truth to that generality. But in gem grades, that argument no longer applies, as in grades of I'd say MS66 and up, it becomes harder to find, especially with good strike qualities. This example, graded as MS67 plus full head, was sold in 2021 for $120,000. In 1919, the country was experiencing an economic slowdown, and there was little call for $quarter in the Western economy served by the Denver Mint, leading to a small mintage of just 1,944,000 coins. In fact, after 1920, the Denver Mint would not strike quarters again until 1924. Today, this is one of the most difficult issues to find in a higher grade with full head details, making a coin like this one, which checks absolutely all of the boxes, extremely sought after. Graded by PCGS as MS66 with full head, it was sold at auction in 2025 for the sum of $132,000. Now, before the Standing Liberty Quarter was officially released in 1916, several revisions had to be made to Herman McNeil's original design, either for aesthetic or technical reasons. So several iterations of the pattern coins were in fact minted to facilitate this process. This coin is one of those minted in October of 1916, in a letter between Mint Director F.H. von Engelken and and the superintendent of the Philadelphia Mint, Adam Joyce, stated on October 22nd, 1916, the Mint director writes, and I quote, "With one slight alteration, the design as it appears on coin number 4 is acceptable. The slight alteration referred to is the elimination of the 2 leaves in the angle of the letter L in the word liberty. You will notice that I have scratched these 2 off the coin I am returning to you. With this slight change, you may go ahead and make up the dies for the finished coin." You can see here that on an earlier version of the coin that the design included leaves across the L of liberty, and we believe that this coin is the exact coin that is referred to in the Mint correspondence. As you can see here, the leaves are indeed scratched away, just like the director described. This unique piece of numismatic history was sold in 2021, graded by NGC as Proof 65, for the sum of $240,000. The 1919 S Quarter is a series key with a reported mintage of 1,836,000 coins. A low mintage for the series when taken as a whole, but its availability in the marketplace is in actuality far below what that number would suggest, even to the degree where forgeries have unfortunately become a common concern. A common tactic that these scoundrels would employ is to add an S mint mark to a regular 1919 quarter. Fortunately, this example is without a doubt genuine. Graded by PCGS as MS67 with full head details, it was sold in 2014 for $258,500. The Standing Liberty Quarter was never exactly the easiest coin for the Mint to strike, with many peculiarities unique to the admittedly very beautiful design. That, paired with the somewhat relaxed quality control standards applied at the San Francisco Mint around this general era, meant that the 1927 S Quarter was a bit of a perfect storm, conspiring to produce one of the worst struck coins in the 20th century, and one of the rarest as well, with only 396,000 coins produced in total. This coin is a fabled full head example of the issue, graded as MS66 full head, that sold at auction in 2014 for $258,500. The 1918 over 7 Standing Liberty $quarter coin is not only the premier rarity for the series, but with full head details, it is also counts itself as the rarest coin overall for the series. More so even than, say, the 1927 S or the famous 1916 or any Type 1 coin. The fact that the overdate is so blatant makes it even more remarkable that it apparently took nearly 20 years for the variety to become widely publicized, by which time most examples would have seen heavy circulation as a result. This coin is therefore exceptional in every regard, as an MS64 Plus with full head details from PCGS. It was sold at auction in 2020 for the sum of $336,000. And then, rather unintuitively, the coin at the very top position as the most expensive Standing Liberty head $quarter ever sold at auction is the 1920D. Specifically, this outstanding coin that was sold from the Just Having Fun registry set collection, and then later sold from the Bob R. Simpson collection as well. This is a coin that can easily take the unsuspecting collector by surprise, as its initial reported mintage of 3.5 odd million coins would suggest that the coin should in fact be more plentiful than it in truth is. This example of the coin is exceptionally well struck, with every detail on the coin beautifully detailed, graded by PCGS as MS68 Plus with full head details. It was sold at auction in 2021 for the record-setting sum of $372,000. Subscribe to WNN and feel free to watch a video about the top 10 most expensive walking Liberty half dollars next, right here. For the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you for watching, keep collecting, and have a fantastic day.